Hello everyone, Phoenix61 here with some Legends shenanigans per the usual, right? So we are in the G101, slumming it down here at Tier 3. If you guys know me, if you follow my channel for a while, like I typically go through and do the premium supplies missions, right? So it's, one win on Tier 3, one win on Tier 4, a couple wins on Tier 5s and 6s, and so on with premium ships, right? So to get some extra, just goodies, right, whether it be camouflage crates or what have you, right? So I go in, do my one win. I usually like to have fun down at this level, like I don't play too seriously, and so a lot of times, especially in the G101, I'm being super aggressive with my gameplay style here. So we will go right into Zone A and see what we can spot, see what happens, see if we can get the capture. We'll do the destroyer thing, right? So itchy zucchini here, right? Like I'm just like so bad at it. I shouldn't try. Like I shouldn't try to pronounce these. But right, tier 3 Japanese battleship. I actually really enjoy that line. That's one of my favorites, particularly the Fuso at Tier 5. Campbelltown pops up here, and so we notice that he is dropping his smoke screen. So I decided not to fire my guns because that would get me spotted by everything else in this area. So I hold off, and then once he gets actually inside of his smoke, you notice we go unspotted, right? So that gives us our stealth back, right? And then the torpedoes reload pretty quickly on this boat, so we'll take advantage of that. We'll push in, since we're still not spotted even still. There is another destroyer off to our left here, right? So, but keeping an eye on my reload time, keeping an eye on the torpedoes coming from that destroyer. What was that, at Campbelltown? I think he's got torps on both sides of his boat, probably. I can't remember. I haven't played that one in a while. And then, yeah, we'll send some at the Tier 3 battleship here. And then we're going to move away. So, see, we've just got this smoke screen between us and the enemies, and then nobody else has, got line of sight on us. And then our ally had dropped smoke here. And looks like he had moved away from it even, but this gives us prime opportunity. So we haven't even used our own smoke yet, and we can fire our guns kind of willy-nilly here at whatever shows up. So we might as well take advantage while the torpedoes reload, and if these guys keep plowing forward, right, we'll just send more and more torpedoes at everything that's coming this way. So a few seconds left on the reload for the side torps. And then we've got, yeah, 2 cruisers, probably that destroyer plus the battleship in there, so lots to shoot at, but they're all kind of coming through the smoke here, right? So they're going in and out of being spotted. I tried switching to AP here. I think I'm a little too far from that cruiser out there, but yeah, we get first blood on the battleship. Yeah, we're getting penetrations, and that's not doing anything crazy. And then the cruiser that was close by was got hit as well, right? So we get a double kill there. We get the double strike on that one, plus a devastating strike on him too, I think, here. And then, yep, here comes the Campbelltown. So we'll switch back to HE to shoot at him. And I was gonna really hoping to jack this kill, but I think somebody else hit him. But good for them, right? Like, see a cruiser or see a destroyer, shoot a destroyer, right? Like, get rid of those guys as soon as you can. And we are actually down a ship at this point. So we're fighting an uphill battle for a little bit here. And then this ship, of course, does not have a very large health pool, so we do have to be kind of careful with our health pool, right, if we want to get the win, right? But this is one of those games where it's like, all right, I'm doing great here. Let's see how far we can take this, right? So now we get serious. And this is like an easy kill for me here, too, but the Orion gets him, right, which is like totally fine, right? Like, I'd rather the ship be dead, and I'd rather get the win for the game. I don't have to play another Tier 3 for this week, right? Like, I can move on to bigger and better things or whatever else I'm wanting to do in the game, right? But so, yeah, I just keep eyeballing these guys. You lock on them with their torpedoes, kind of give you a heads up on their trajectory. The Langley looks like he is actually moving forward here. So we might be able to take advantage of this. If he is, it's like really slowly, right? So these single launch torpedoes out the front, right, you got to be right on if he's head on to you, right, to like get that actual hit there. That's if he doesn't like do any sort of turning, or if he decides to like reverse or something. And then this cruiser that hung out back here actually picks us up, so we're actually spotted now, so that's why we see bullets flying at us. And then I'm just checking on battleship here. So we'll send those torpedoes at the battleship, and we have the other two going after the Langley. And then, of course, we are the only thing spotting things over in this corner now at this point. So we're really kind of deep in enemy territory and very alone. And down another ship, right? They did. We're only down one ship now, right? They've lost 4. We've lost 5. But yeah, technically we are losing right now. So if you look at the points and score. So we get at least 1 torpedo hit on the carrier there, and then we got a little bit of time left in the smoke screen. I'm not sure, somebody this battleship here must have fired his gun, so he got picked up by somebody else. Yeah, looks like he's shooting across the map over to the other battleship on our team. Right, so we'll take advantage that we have a little bit of time left in the smoke screen, and yeah, the carrier is trying to just sort of blind bomb us in here right now, which is fine. So we keep moving around to try and deal with that. And then, yeah, we're close enough to him that he picks us up. But I'll send torpedoes his direction and then try and move away. Because what we don't want happening is these other battleships to realize that we're a problem and start shooting us now that we're spotted. So I take 1 shot with the guns at him because it's going to take a little bit of time for those torpedoes to get there. But then, and then I took a cheap shot at the Corvette here too. But we're going to stop firing our guns so that way when this Langley goes down from our torpedoes, we'll have surpassed that sort of 20-second, being spotted after firing guns extension, right? So a few seconds go by here, and then we do go unspotted again as well. Now it's just planes picking us up, but that's fine because ships can't lock onto you when it's just a plane spotting you, right? So it's fine. We'll dodge these torpedoes, make sure we get this zone capped, and we're already up to almost 90,000 damage dealt with 3 kills. Dev strike and a double strike. So we'll get this zone capped, and then we'll continue to move around here. Let's see where these ships are going. So Agincourt is, if I'm saying that right, is moving around that way. Looks like the cruiser's heading towards our carrier. There's not much we could do about that with how far away we are here. So I'm just kind of trying to decide, just based on trajectory of like the torpedo line here, like who to go after. I think it's going to end up being this Corvette here. Yeah, he's going to be a little bit closer. He's going to cut in to try and move closer to that battleship that he's shooting that's on our team. So we'll push towards him. That gets us within torpedo range, right? And then I think he's just a little bit focused on, plus it's tier 3, right? But he's a little focused on our battleship, our allied battleship, right? So I'm going to assume that he's not going to adjust course very much. So I sent those torpedoes right along the suggested torpedo line, right? You get up in those later tiers, it's kind of like, sometimes that works because sometimes people maintain course, or, they take advantage of this fact that your ship's always, if you're in a battleship and you just point straight and don't turn, right, you get a little bit of acceleration too, so you can move past torpedoes that way, or just you're constantly adjusting course, right? So, but here down at like tier 3, sometimes it's a little bit easier to just like, especially with a longer range shot here, like get those those ones that you just like send it right and get him. So we get another devastating strike there and pop Confederate. Since he didn't try to duck and weave at all, like I said, I think he just wasn't thinking about me being in that zone, right? And then, so I didn't realize this, but this Agincourt has like wicked secondaries. So like I originally was like, oh, I got a little bit of health, I can shoot my guns at him and pick on him a little bit, because I sort of figured he wouldn't fire his main guns at us, but he's got some pretty good secondaries here. So I was going to just keep charging at him, and he's like really kind of wrecking through us, right? So I hit full reverse here, and then we've got a few seconds left on the smoke screen if we need it, if he doesn't go down, but we managed to get the kill here, right? So I probably could have just kept firing, but that gives us the Kraken for this game and puts us ahead on points. We will go in and capture Zone D, so 135,000 down here at lowly tier 3. And all we need to do to get the win is not die, right? But we'll see about that. Let's, yeah. You guys know me. I'm like, all right, it's tier 3. Let's see if we can get the 6-pack, right? So we'll get the zone, right? Because I'm like also kind of always interested in the, trying to break XP records and stuff every once in a while when you have really good games like this. But I don't think we get close enough to it. I think we end up with like 3,100, and I think I took a peek at it before doing the voiceover for this, and it was like 3,500 was the record that I saw out there online. So, I mean, decent, right? Like, pretty close. And then the the damage record was like up in the like 150 range as well. So yeah, like kind of close, like to those sorts of things. Yeah, I probably have, like, for how much I play this ship, which is right, like I play it. You know, I don't always pick this one each week when I want to do my tier 3s. Like, I do try and mix it up because I get like a little bored playing the same ship over and over again. But for like how much I play this ship, which is, I would say, like not too much, right? Like, I probably have more Krakens in this ship than than anybody else, right? So yeah, this was this. Is that an Azure Lane Aurora, right? So we'll go after him, right? He's only got a little bit of health left, but in reality, we cannot risk firing our guns, right? One shell from him probably take all of our health, right? Even though it looks like he's only got a sliver left here, so we'll have to try and get him with torpedoes if we want to, and try and remain undetected. Yeah, so he finishes off our carrier, but that's not enough of a point swing to make any sort of difference, right? We've got the zones, we played the objectives, right? That's kind of, I wouldn't say that's this team's downfall, right? Like, it's down here at like tier 3. It's not, you know, it's not a big deal. I didn't get any hate mail from anybody on this on this match. Nobody called me a cheater. So the carrier still has a few planes left, right? Since we're still alive, he's able to finish using whatever, you know, his squadron that he has left, however much fuel they have. So we can see on the mini map that the cruiser is kind of starting to head this direction. So we might actually get a shot at him here. And then, of course, we know, like, we're a destroyer. I have decent detectability built in here to this one. And so, you know, I'm fairly confident we will be able to spot him without him spotting us. So I'm going to wait on sending torpedoes until we actually pick him up to kind of see what trajectory is, right, too. And plus, he's probably trying to, like, duck and weave, trying to avoid the, probably this last airplane bomber, right? So there, as you can see, we pick him up there. So I'm sending these torpedoes from the front. We probably won't get another chance with those because we don't want to YOLO push into him and lose the game. So we'll turn around, and then I'm just going to go, I'm going to switch to like the wide, right? Like, we only need one thing to hit, right? So I'm kind of sending a, you know, it's a spray and pray situation here. So if we don't get the hit, like, we'll wait till the reload, hope he keeps coming towards us, and send another batch. But yeah, if he's coming towards us, right, it gives him the best chance to dodge them as well, right? So you kind of got to get lucky with this scenario, right? And I'm going to play it safe and make sure I win the game instead of try to get the kill, right? Because you could shoot at him if you wanted to, right? Yeah, then that gets us spotted, and then it would only take him a second or so to launch something at us. So I'm going to kind of divide and conquer with this next set. We'll shoot a little to the right, a little to the left, right? I think what that ends up doing, though, is it ends up putting like two of them like right in the middle, and that's probably not the best, right? Almost right at the same spot. And then we may end up with having all four zones here, may end up winning on points before those get to him anyway. So we'll continue to move away and pick up the win here. Yeah, 992 points. We'll take a look at the leaderboard. I'll quick go through the commander build and stuff like that at the end, like I typically do. I should have checked to see if like this was one of like this was my best game with this ship, because you can go into the stats on each ship and see what it was like. But yeah, 2 devastating strikes. The Kraken was a good fun time. All right, puts us at the top of the leaderboard, 3,100 XP. Yeah, pretty brutal game there. Yeah, 270,000 silver is pretty sweet for a tier 3 haul. Not gonna lie there. Made more progress on the campaign as usual. Alright, upgrades. You really only get these 2 choices, right? Since I do like kind of rely on the torpedoes more with this one, I picked the aiming systems mod, but I have Eric Bay on here, and I have him a little bit more outfitted for like gunplay, just because I have him used on some of my other like German destroyers, right? That where like I rely on the guns a little bit more than I do on the torpedoes. But I think if you were you know, just for this ship, you could go like, you know, especially this third row here, like you could go concealment for this second row, and then this third row down here, you could go torpedo reload time, like would probably be a better choice, right? But I have reaching out to give me more main battery range and reload. And then he does have this torpedo royale sort of unique perk, unique-ish, right? Like, not, I don't know if anybody else has this or not, but it's kind of a rare one. But I don't like that it takes away, like it makes your torpedoes more detectable, right? So even if I was doing it just for this command, you know, just for this ship, I would still probably choose the smokescreen one, right? And then Unstoppable for legendary perk is my go-to on destroyers. And that is going to be our G101 game for the day, guys. Thanks for watching, right? Thanks if you're still here, right? I'm surprised you made it, right? Congratulations. End of the video, right? Make sure you guys are following the channel. I do World of Warships Legends videos pretty much every single day. So we will see you guys tomorrow.